Hi guys, welcome to Early Years Matters TV. On today's episode of Early Years Matters TV, I am going to be talking about 5 lessons that I learned from this pandemic as a parent and as a mother. Okay, today's episode is all about me sharing my experience as a parent and as a mother of 5 lessons that I learned from this. So how did I come about this video? A friend of mine, Everyday Matters, did a short video a few weeks back in relation to lessons learned in year 2020 and to reflect on it for the new year. So I thought to myself, yes, this is a good idea and it's going to help me as a parent to reflect and as a mother to reflect in relation to how the pandemic impacted my life as a mother and as a do not have Everyday Matters. I'm going to leave a link down below. Do check her out. So, as we all know, we are now in the new norms, okay? Year 2020 brought a lot of changes to us, okay? Year 2020 brought a lot of changes to us. Year 2020 brought a lot of changes to the community. As a mother, one lesson that I learned from year 2020 is to always value family, okay? To always value family, okay? That's one lesson that I learned from year 2020, to always value family, that family is the key, okay? That when others fail you, you have who to turn to. And in terms of your family, I'm talking about husband, the wife, and the children, okay? So in relation to the pandemic, 2020 made me to understand that family is the key. Others will fail you, you will have nowhere to turn to, but your family would always be there for you, okay? And this has made me to really value my pandemic brought my family together, brought my children and I together, okay? The communication was on point, okay? As you all know that, learning moved, online, okay? And this has really helped me. It made me to be more involved in my children education. And as you all know, parental involvement is huge in a child's education, okay? So the pandemic made me to be much more interested in my children's education, okay? So this is one thing that I learned from the pandemic. The second lesson that I learned from the pandemic in year 2020 is to be mindful of the community, to be mindful of what is going on in the community. And you all can agree with me, most of us, if not all of us, we are not really concerned about what is going on in the community. We are only concerned about ourselves and the pandemic made me as a mother to think about what was going on in the community, and not just what was going on in the community, how this could impact my life, how this could impact my immediate family life, okay? As you all know, the pandemic really affected, individual life. So I was much more interested in what was going on in the community. I was listening to news, checking up social medias, reading newspaper in relation to what is going on. 2020 made me to really be interested in what is going on in the community. What I took from this is that we should be much more interested in our community, okay? We should know what is going on in our community, okay? So this pandemic made me to really be interested in what is going on in the community, okay? So that's the second lesson that I learned. The lesson that I learned is the importance of sleep, okay? As you all know, year 2020 was a lot of ups and downs for a lot of people, and it was really important, okay? I saw the need for sleep in year 2020, that sleep is really important, okay? Because as you all saw, last year we were always interested in what's going on every day. Let's see what's the news saying, what is social media saying, what's going on. I really realized the importance of sleep, okay? Sleep is really important, okay? So the third lesson that I learned is sleep. And in terms of not just learning this lesson, it has really made me to focus more on my family's sleeping pattern, okay? For myself as a mother, okay, for my children as well, that I made sure that we all got adequate sleep, okay? So what I learned from year 2020, I'm not just learning from year 2020, I'm bringing this into the new year. Sleep is really important. So as parents, as guidance, we need to get enough sleep. Sleep is really important, because when we get enough sleep, okay, we'll be well relaxed, for the next enough sleep. We will definitely gain the energy that we need for the next day, okay? So sleep is really important. That's one lesson that I learned in the year 2020, and I'm bringing this on board God into year 2021. And I hope you, as parents, guidance, you take note of this as well. What lesson that I learned from year 2020 is that we should be mindful of our health, okay? Year 2020 made me to really focus on my health, made me to really focus on my family's health. As you all know, most of the time or sometimes we're not really interested in our health. We're kind of like, oh, we wake up in the morning, oh, we're fit, we have the energy. It's until maybe we have headache or we have a pain that we feel like, oh, there's a need for us to go to see the doctor or to go see the GP for checkup. But year 2020 made me to really focus on our health. And as you all know, health is wealth, okay? So in year 2020, it made me really focus on my health, and I'm bringing this also into year 2021 as well. And I want to implore you as parents, as guidance, to always check your health, okay? Make sure you go for medical checkup, okay? It depends on your age. If there's a need for you to go for medical checkup every 6 months, every 1 year, do go for medical checkup. It's really important. It's not until when you have a pain like headache or that you can't walk, that you think that there's a need for you to see the GP, or there's a need for you to see the GP or the doctor. The regular checkup routines are there for the doctor officials to check, so that and as you all know the saying, early detection is the key. So if they're able to detect something earlier, they can be able to look for a solution to that particular problem. So take note of this, okay? Let us really focus on our health and our children's health. We should not joke with this. Okay, so, and the fifth and the last lesson that I learned from year 2020 is to make out time for the family, to create time for the family. No matter how busy you are, you should always make out time for your family. You should always create time for your family. Like I said earlier, friends might fail you, people might fail you, but your immediate family will definitely be there for you. And it's really important that you make out time. And as you can see from year 2020, there was a lot of time, family bonding time, which wasn't there to reflect that no matter what I'm doing, okay, family should always be first. And this made me to create more time for my family, spending more time with my children, because as you can see, year 2020, the children were mostly at home, learning was moved online. So I was, engaging with my children's education, and this actually made me to spend more time with them. It actually made me to be interested in their schoolwork, because sometimes, as parents, you'll be like, oh, you're not interested in their schoolwork, you only help them with their homework. But because of the online learning, I was much more interested in their learning. I was seeing what they are doing, I was looking at, I was more engaged in the work that they are doing in schools and all that, okay? So I was really engaged in their schoolwork, okay? So these are the 5, I could go on and on and on, but these are the most 5 lessons that I learned from year 2020. So you as the parents, as guidance as well. So I would like to know in the comment section the lessons that you learned from year 2020, and if you're definitely going to take this on board in year 2020, this lesson that you learned into year 2021, okay? So do have a lovely day. And if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, what are you still waiting for? On this channel, LES Matters TV, I am going to be dishing out tips on parenting, okay, on teaching in relation to early childhood, healthy eating options for kids, for parents, for everyone. And at the same time, I'm going to be sharing my life experiences as a teacher and as a. Thank you so much for watching, and do have a lovely day. And remember to stay safe. Take care and bye for now. Bye-bye.